Hey everybody, Kevin Crouch here, and I want to talk to you just briefly for this segment of the Tuesday Tip about weather radios. Now, I've talked about these many times, and these things are great for everything from a weather enthusiast who just wants to have something keeping you updated throughout the day that you can listen to. Uh, it's gotten to the point for me that it's almost just background noise at this point, sometimes to have this going. And it's also really good if you need something that's going to alert you when severe weather is coming. This is one of the many ways you can get severe weather warnings. Now, I've told you to have multiple methods for getting warnings, and we're going to talk to someone in the next week or two about how best to get those warnings and what the different methods are, and then maybe even get some information about how those are issued and that kind of thing. But this is kind of, to be honest with you, kind of your last line of defense. If you remember, I did a segment with Jimmy Porch, who sponsors Ellis County Weather, at a home he was selling in April, and that's a rural area where you may not necessarily get the best internet reception and the best phone reception, right? So when the power goes out, if your internet is powered by electricity, you may not be able to get those internet updates or stream TV or watch TV or whatever. A lot of people use satellite TV out there, and it may be unreliable. May be really easy for that signal to go away. So this, though, is radio frequencies. This is not going to go down. The nice thing about these is, number one, that it takes batteries, so there's a battery backup, and it plugs into the wall. So when it's plugged in, of course, it's not using batteries. So if your power goes out, it's going to use, I think it's 3 AA batteries that it takes. And so it's going to stay running for you throughout that situation, and, keep extra batteries on hand, of course. But it's going to let you know that the other thing is, when it comes down to it, this thing will wake the dead. The alarm in this thing is so loud. I've told people, keep it on beside your bed or something. You may want to keep it across the room because I think if it goes off right next to you, it may not be good for your health. I mean, my gosh, this thing really makes a screeching sound. But hey, when you're dead asleep and there's noise going on with the thunder and everything, it's great to have something that will wake you up. Now, when you're listening to just the regular radio, you're going to hear usually a phrase that's just burned into my brain after listening to this enough. You'll hear, you're listening to NOAA, All Hazards Radio, voice of the National Weather Service, station KEC 56, serving the Dallas-Fort Worth listening area. Or in this case, it may be KEC 55. 56 is out of Fort Worth, I believe. 55 is out of Dallas, and then there's a Waco station as well. There's some overlap in Ellis County. Depending on what part of Ellis County you're in, it may automatically tune to a different station, but you're getting everything, right? It's all together. It's all the same place. So this is the NOAA radio. No, that's not the flood NOAA. This is National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the agency above the National Weather Service. But they run this, and this is in all 50 states. Okay, so almost no matter where you are in the country, you're going to have coverage with a weather radio. And when you don't have cell signal, you don't have TV, you don't have power, you don't have any of those things, this is going to work for you. So especially if you're in a rural area, if you have trouble getting connected in severe weather situations, or you think you might have trouble, you can see some kind of vulnerabilities there where you're not really sure you're going to be able to get that information, grab one of these, okay? They are, it's what, 20, 30 bucks maybe at Walmart? It's very much worth the investment. There's different kinds. There's even some that crank, so that you're not necessarily depending on batteries. You just crank the to charge it, that kind of thing. There's different ones that are integrated, like with a flashlight, and there's all kinds of models out there. Just make sure that you pick up a weather radio. And like I say, sometimes it's just nice to hear the forecast in the morning. Sometimes in the morning I'll just go in, pop this thing on, and I can hear the forecast and that kind of thing. But this is also, I said all hazards. So this goes beyond severe weather. It's also going to let you know about when 911 service is down. Sometimes it'll put a hazard, an alert through here. It's also going to let you know when there is Amber Alerts and that sort of thing, those kind of public emergencies. And something I forgot to mention too is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's warning, watch, and advisory. So there's different lights too. So if you leave the room or leave the house, it sounds, you come back, you see these lights on. That's going to tell you, okay, I've got a warning or a watch or an advisory to pay attention to, and you can listen to it. So that is all I've got for you today, but this is important enough. I wanted to do a segment just on this. And if you need help deciding which kind to get, send me a message. I'll be happy to recommend one for you. If you want the information on this, I will put the link in the description or in the post here to purchase one of these, probably from Amazon or something like that. But these are great to have. This is your last line of defense. This is your last line of information when it comes to being informed about severe weather. Watch for the next Tuesday tip segment, because we are looking into, we're going to be looking at more kind of springtime tips of being prepared for severe weather. And we won't always be doing survival tips and that kind of thing. Sometimes we'll be doing fun stuff, but if you want to stay on top of things, just make sure you're prepared. Watch every Tuesday for the Tuesday Tip segment. You can always go to YouTube and Facebook and find older episodes. You can go to the website as well, elliscountyweather.com. I've always got the latest segment uploaded there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.